Today I'm going to talk a little bit about making a raised garden out of simple materials and for very little expense. What you see here is a 24-foot by 8-foot raised garden with a pathway down the middle. It's also being irrigated at this time as I begin in the spring. What I did was I bought just regular lumber. That would be on one side, the long side. I bought 3 pieces of 8 foot by 10 inches by 2 inches, and then joined them with joiners on both sides of the boards, and then put stakes there, and then drilled in or nailed in, I did both, with a to join the boards to the stakes that were driven in the ground. The soil came from my farm, and I filled it up before with a bucket before I put the pavers in and before I put any irrigation in. So this project is really a very simple project. I put some peat moss on top, and I just spread some fertilizer on it so that it's going to be ready for seeding. I've already put some lettuce in, and we'll be watching that grow. In order to irrigate this, I wanted to make it as simple as possible, so I'm going to pan around to our house, which is very close. You can see there that there's a capital H in the English lettering, and right below to the right of that, there's a spigot. There I put a Y, and one of the Y's I screwed in a hose on a reel, and that's for washing the car or for doing any cleaning that I might have of vehicles. Be sure that when you get those hoses on the reel, be sure you get those that do not kink, because that can be a real pain when you're rolling it up. They cost a little bit more, but they are excellent. So then what I did with the other part of the Y, I got a white hose, and I ran it underneath the sheathing of the house, and as I got behind those bushes, I just dropped it on the ground and put some red bark on top of it to camouflage it. Now as it approaches the stoop here, I ran it right underneath the sheathing again, and you can kind of see that it's still there at the bottom, the white hose. And then as it goes just a little bit off there, you can see it kind of sneaking down to the ground, where again I put some red mulch to discate so that I camouflaged it, and then ran it all the way out to the woods, and there I connected more hose. This hose I just laid out, and it will be covered eventually by leaves, perhaps some weeds and so forth. The hose then goes and extends to the garden here, and the irrigation is very simple. I just turn on the hose back there where it connects to the house, and this soaking hose has an option. You can either soak it directly into the soil. It's a 50-foot hose. I just doubled it back, and or you can turn it upside. It has a little line on it so that it sprays above it, and I kind of like that, and you can see it working at this time. So that's my simple garden. The cost of this is just a little over $100, and it's a very simple garden, but it is quite big when you consider that it's 8 by 24 with a middle pathway 16 inches. These pavers were on sale for $2 a piece. They weigh about 42 pounds each, and I needed about 17 of them to go through and make a pathway, but they really divide the garden up nicely.